Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, so you fine, feeling well? Welcome to your favorite channel, English with Mahdi. In my today's video, I'm going to be teaching you about writing. You know, we are writing, but we do not have any cohesion and coherence in our writing. So how to make our writing cohesive and coherent? So we need to have something, we need to learn something, and that is going to help us to have a cohesive and coherent paragraph. What is cohesion? First we need to understand that, and then after that we are going to learn the devices which are used in order to create unity and cohesion in our writing. So cohesion is actually, it is a grammatical or lexical linking in a text which is holding the entire text together and gives a logical meaning. If you've got a text, you've got a paragraph, and this paragraph is internally connected. Each and every idea is internally connected, and it is giving you a logical idea. So it means that this paragraph or this essay has got cohesion. Now, what we need to have in order to bring unity and cohesion in our writing, we need to learn some devices. You may have studied transitional devices or conjunctions. They are used in order to connect your ideas, your paragraph, but they're not enough. That's not what is enough for our cohesion in order to have perfect cohesion in our writing. There are some other things that you need to learn so you can have cohesion in our writing. So the first device that we need to have, that is anaphoric reference. What is anaphoric reference? Anaphoric reference is actually the use of a pronoun, or it is the use of a word which is referring back to the word in the text that is previously mentioned. For example, I say, I saw Ahmad, he was sick and tired of his job. So I saw Ahmad, he was sick and tired of his job. So here this he is anaphoric reference, and that is referring back to the word which is mentioned previously in our text, and that is Ahmad. So the first one is anaphoric reference. I'm going to give you another example. I saw Nida, she was going to the park. So now she is a cataphoric reference because it is referring back to the word in the text that is mentioned previously. The next device we have got, that is cataphoric reference. It is also helping us to have cohesion in our writing. So cataphoric reference is a word that is referring to the word that is mentioned in the following text. It means the text that is going to come. So this word is referring to the following text. This is said to be cataphoric reference. For example, when he came, Ahmad saw the door opened. So when he came, Ahmad saw the door open. Here this he is cataphoric reference. It is referring to the word that is mentioned in the following text. I'm going to give you another example. When she came, Layla saw that the class was over. So here this she is referring to the word Layla, which is mentioned in the coming text. So this is called cataphoric reference. If you do not use anaphoric reference or cataphoric reference, or you use a noun in both places, so you will not be able to understand the thing properly, and your text will not be rich. The next device that we need to have, that is exophoric reference. What is exophoric reference? Exophoric reference is a word that is referring to the idea outside of the text. It means that is understanding, that is referring to the world knowledge. For example, the Prime Minister of New Zealand controlled the pandemic very soon. So here the Prime Minister, it is referring to the outside knowledge. It is something understood. So this is going to be called exophoric reference. For example, another example, the Saudi king responded very quickly and harshly to the threat that is posed to the sovereignty of this country. So now the Saudi king, it is an exophoric reference. I'm going to give another example. Afghan president to visit Pakistan Prime Minister. So here we have got these are the words in our text which are referring to outside knowledge. It is something understood, so we call it exophoric reference. The fourth we have got, that is tense agreement. When you're writing a paragraph, tense agreement is very much important. If something is about past, so we had better use past tense. If something is about future, we have to use future tense, and we have to be focused on using the required tense in the clauses. If the subclass is if the main class is in present tense, so the subclass should be also in present tense. Or if the main class is in future tense, so the subclass should be in present tense. If the subclass is in past tense, so the main class should be also in past tense. Or if the main class is in past tense, so the subclass should be also in past tense. It should not be like the story is about the past and you're using present tense, or the story is about present and you're using past tense. For example, I'm going to give an example. When she came, I was teaching. I cannot say when she came, I am teaching. So look, the story is about the past and I'm using present tense, so it's not fine. Or I've got another example for you. I do not have money, and now I'm going to make a condition about present. So for present unveiled condition, what we need to have past tense. So if I had money, I would be rich. So I cannot say if I had money, I will be rich. So it's not fine. So we have got other example. I will call you before she comes. I cannot say I will call you before she will come. So this is called tense agreement. So tense agreement is very much important when you are writing. So I'm going to be making a video about what tense you have to use in which clause. So in which clause you have to use what tense. I'm going to be making a video, so you need to you don't need to worry about this topic. The next we have got, that is linkers. You know better than me that the linkers, we have got conjunctions, we have got transitional devices, so they are used in, they're called linkers. For example, ain't, but, yet, so, are, when, after, before. So they are called what? They are conjunctions, and they are also called linkers. For example, before she came, I had done this job. So I'm using before. This is a conjunction which is connecting my speech. We can say I have everything, yet I'm not happy. So this yet is a linker. It is connecting my speech. The next we've got, that is substitution. It is very much important, and this is something going to be new for all of you. Substitution. Sometimes we are using a word that is replacing another word. So this is also called a kind of source of creating cohesion in our writing. Substitution, for example, I say tonight I will watch movie, talk to my friends and study. But before doing that, I'm going to call my mother. So here you've got different actions. I will watch movie, talk to my family, and study. And then I say before doing that. So that is actually replacing all those words which are mentioned. So this is called substitution. We can also say Ahmad has become my best friend. Why? Because he is well-versed, intelligent, loyal, and honest. So after finding these qualities, I decided to have friendship with him. So now we have got after finding these qualities. So this phrase is actually replacing that that phrase or those qualities. So this is going to be called substitution. So substitution, anaphoric reference, cataphoric reference, linkers, exophoric reference, tense agreement. When you have got all these things used properly in your text, in your paragraph, in your essay, so nobody can stop you from scoring 9 or 8.5 points. Thank you so much. Goodbye. God bless you. Khuda Hafiz.